able to crochet or knit because we have been in the process of moving. We sold our house, bought this new one. I'm really excited. I have this super cute office. I set up my full-time desk, but I have been procrastinating my yarn. All three of these boxes are my yarn, my hooks, my needles, my whips. I did not realize how much I had until I filled literally 3 of these boxes. It's crazy. So I'm going to organize it. That way I can actually have access to my yarn and be able to start crocheting and knitting again. I am trying to work with the things that I have already. Eventually I may upgrade the space and make it a little bit better, like a built-in shelf or something. But for now, we're using what we have and I'm really excited. So hello everyone, if you are new here, my name is Hunter May. I'm the owner of May Crochets. I make patterns, I do craft markets, and we're gonna be organizing my yarn today. I have so much yarn, so let's dive into it. I'm gonna walk through how I prefer organizing my yarn, different tips and tricks on organizing yarn. Let's go and let's dive into these boxes. I did want to say super quickly before we get going, I'm really sorry if it's super echoey. I'm hoping that putting all my yarn out is gonna help with making this room super echoey. I added a rug. That didn't really help. It helped a little bit, but like not tons. I'm eventually gonna put up more things on the walls. It's very blank in here, but let's hope that it gets progressively better and less echoey when I start to get all my yarn out. Hope for the best. My grandpa got me this knife because he said everyone needs a good knife.
Charlotte, you're getting the hang of it. Look at you now, you're doing it. Charlotte, brave enough to admit what you want from the most.
How I prefer to organize my yarn is actually by weight. I know some people do it by color. I like to do it by weight because most of the time when you're doing like a pattern or you're following a pattern, it says to do a specific weight or you kind of know what weight you want to do. I choose by weight and then I choose by color. So I'm going to pull all the stuff out of the boxes out. I'm going to organize in little piles of all my whips, all of the yarn in different weights, and then we'll go from there. So this room is about to get really, really messy. I think I need to get the boxes out of the way because they're kind of just in the way now. These 2 are empty though. That needs to be organized still, that garbage bag full of yarn. But yeah, I'm gonna break those boxes down and get them out of here. Are you confused? That's now so much better. Last box down, I'm gonna break it down. Now we have like the garbage bag left and then everything will be out and we'll go from there. All right, so this is pretty awful. There is so much. So the most I have is actually, this is all weight 4 yarn. Back there, that is all DK weight. This is like bulky, extra bulky. And then this over here is like fingering weight 2 yarn. And then back over there are all of like my tools and my books, patterns and things. And then shoved in the corner back there, I don't know how much you can see it, over that way, that is all of my whips. Honestly, this just shows I have a serious problem. I inherited a lot of this yarn, so I didn't buy like all of this yarn myself, but some of it was me for sure. But I am using that excuse for myself to say that not all of it was purchased by me. So, like I said, I like to organize by weight first, then by color. So I just put in piles of the weight. So I like to have a lot of my yarn caked because it makes stacking a lot easier. Here's an example of a cake. Roll away yarn, and they stack really nicely when they're like this. So if I'm able to cake it, I will. I did a lot of that before I packed everything. I actually took some things apart, which was really nice. That way I didn't have to do it now. Thankfully, before this house, the way that I had my yarn organized was a giant wardrobe that was a built-in wardrobe that we actually made that's like cube shelves, like this one over here. It works really nicely. I really like cube shelves. So I'm gonna be using this one. It's not that big, but we had it laying around, so I wanted to use it. I'm hoping it'll all fit. The one that was at our old house was pretty big, and it was like basically floor to ceiling. This one is shorter, but I do have this closet back here. I have this hanging thing that I actually used to store my sweaters in my old closet, but I'm not using it this time, so I was gonna also try to store yarn in there as well. I'm going to sit here and think a little bit, and then I'll catch you guys up on what I'm thinking, so wish me luck. This is a lot. So I started with my like fingering weight to like sport, and then the bulky weight, and then down here I put the blanket weight. All of those I usually do with my markets, and then I also put some yarn that I use specifically for things that I make with my markets, but it fit really well. I kind of forgot that this thing had some little like pop down like extra shelves, which is kind of nice. Those two weights were able to fit perfectly in there, and it holds a little bit better, and yeah, super nice. The nice thing about this thing too is that since it's made out of fabric, this expands a little bit, so I can kind of like shove things in there a lot nicer, and it makes room for it versus like this wooden one here. But yeah, that cleared out like a huge spot on the ground here. Now it's just all of the bigger stuff down here. Yeah, part of me is thinking I might try to put the things that I have a lot of colors of in the gray shelf, and then all the stuff that I have kind of just like random colors, little bits of everything, I think I might put in this wooden shelf. I'm gonna start doing that. Okay, granted that I have all of this left, honestly, like what I've put in has fit pretty well. So I have the one square left down there, and then I only filled one square here. So it's nice because I know all but one square is medium weight yarn, so I can organize it all by color. So I'm going to sort all by color and slowly pack them into the wooden thing. I really like how these square shelves are fitting everything. Yeah, so I'm just gonna keep going, and now it's all the medium weight yarn. Organizing that giant yarn pile into colors is literally so satisfying. It looks so good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Okay, so I have basically 6 piles because I think I'm gonna have to combine the ones that I don't have like a ton of. So like the yellow, the white, the green, and the pink together, with those being 1, and then all the other piles, I have a total of 6 like compartments that I need, and I literally have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the last one here 6. That works literally so well. So I think I need to put the one that I have the most of in this bottom one. Otherwise, I'll put all the rest in here. All of my yarn is put away. Crazy. I also like organize these shelves just a little bit, just so they looked a little bit nicer. I was kind of using it for like clutter storage for a little bit, just things I didn't know where to put yet. I kind of moved those out of the way so I could give myself some room if I need to use that shelf. But now is time to go through my whips. Yeah. Look at all them. Look at them. I currently have no plan on how I'm going to organize the whips. My thought, literally right now, is just to put them in a pile over there. It's definitely not the best solution, but I think it is what it is. So let's quickly just go over what whips I have, and you guys leave a comment. Let me know if you think I should frog them or if I should keep them. I'm gonna try to not yap. So watch where the time marker is. Let's go. Okay, Number one, I made this tank top. I just made it too big. It looked super cute for the pictures. I have all the ends still out. I did not weave any of them in. Yeah, I think I want to frog this. It's just, I haven't found time to do it, and it kind of makes me sad. I thought about I could sell it to someone who actually fits it better, but then I have to weave the ends in, and I don't want to do that. I'd rather take it apart. So I'm gonna put it in this pile, my take apart pile. All right, next one. This little scrunchie that I made, I ran out of yarn, so it's like an onion ring. Like it's not a scrunchie. It literally looks like an onion ring. It doesn't scrunch. Honestly, at this point, I should frog it and use the yarn for stuffing. Bam, that's what we're doing. So here's a whip. I'm not gonna frog it because it's in progress and I just haven't had time to work on it. Essentially, I'm trying to make the butterfly top a knit pattern, and it's been pretty difficult. So I'm definitely not gonna frog this one. We're just gonna have to find a spot for it. I should find a bag for it just for storing a lot easier. Maybe I'll put it off to the side to get a bag. This one's technically done. It's a little washcloth, and then I have the matching like kitchen towel. I just have all of the yarn ends still in, so I need to weave those in, and my husband's calling me. So I'm gonna keep this for sure. I just need to finish it, and I think I might give it to my mom because she really likes like crochet kitchen things, so I'll put that over there. Okay, so now into the like more actual whip. I had some extra yarn from a pair of socks that I knit, and I thought it'd be fun to make a pair of socks for my husband, and he was like, I want the super tall ones, which I was like, okay. This is how far I got on it. Yeah, I'm using New Wave Knitting's staple sock pattern. Highly recommend. I helped her to make it made to measure. Yeah. Should I frog this? I don't know. It's been here for so long. Let me know what you think I should do with it. I'm gonna put it in a pile of I do not know. This one just needs to be finished. This is actually my most recent project. I was making a little zipper box pouch pattern, and I just need to sew the ends over here. And then I'm gonna sell it at a craft market. So this is like my main project bag. Matches my shirt. I'm gonna set it off to the side because this is like currently working on bag. Okay, this one I actually took apart before I got here, and basically, I have it in this bag because I want to be able to still make the pattern, but the pattern was way too big. I didn't do a gauge. I struggle with making gauges too, okay? It's not just you. I do it too. And it was way too big, so I took it all apart, made it into little cakes, but I have it in this bag just because I don't know if I want to make it again, but I'm calling it a whip, even though there's literally nothing like knit right now. Yeah, I'll put it in the I don't know. I don't know what to do with this. I made it for my dog, and it's so cute, but he will never wear it, and I just think it's really funny, and I don't want to like take it apart, but I also don't know what to do with it. Like, so I should take it apart. I might take it apart unless you guys yell at me that I shouldn't, but I don't know what to do with it. It just like sits in my house doing nothing, so I don't know. This one makes me really sad. It was like all in centimeters and a specific amount of ease that they recommend. I went to the size that said was going to fit me, but I should have went smaller because the ease is making it larger. Plus it's like double ribbing and it's just way too big. I have been trying to make it for like 2 years, and I restarted it and I can't remember what happened. It's been that long since I've touched it, but I'm gonna keep it. I know I should probably like do not keep it, but I'm keeping it. So there we go. So I inherited all this yarn from my grandma. It is like Christmas yarn, like really old Christmas yarn. Look how old the label is. Like the label is so old. I just have like this whole bag is full of it, like all the yarn. And I started this blanket because I was like, what else am I gonna do with this yarn? I feel like I need to do something with it. And I started this blanket, I don't even know, probably like 14 years ago. Don't come at me. Like, I know I have really old whips, okay? Here's a stitch that I'm using. Should I frog this? It's just like a blanket. I was basically gonna keep working until I ran out of yarn just so I could use the yarn up and then have a cute little Christmas blanket. Let me know what you guys think I should do. This one, I considered a whip, even though I literally have not started it, but I bought all of this yarn specifically to make a pattern, and I count those as whips, even though like there's nothing to frog. So I thought I'd mention it. I'm gonna throw it into the pile of whips. I'm going to be making a sweater by Knitwear by Joan at some point. Yeah, we'll see if I ever get there or not. This has been like 2 years in this bag, so we'll see. I have no recollection of making this, and I found it when I was like packing things up, and I was gonna frog it, but I just had to make a video of it because it's literally the funniest thing ever. I think this was supposed to be like a beanie pattern that was like doubled up. That's what I'm gonna say to help my pride. This was probably made in like high school or like college or something when I was like first getting back into crocheting, so what is this? Why did I think this was gonna fit? Why did I keep going? That's my question. This is gonna be frogged. This is gonna be frogged. Don't worry about it. But it's hilarious. I remember nothing about this. I just found it and was like, what is that? I can't look at it anymore. I made this little pumpkin. I just haven't finished it yet, but it is so cute. I just need to basically stuff it and then like sew it. The bottom is sewed. I just need to like, you know, make it a pumpkin. This, I was gonna make a granny square blanket out of this because all of these 3 yarns I had a lot of yarn of at the time. And then I decided I hate granny squares and I hate sewing them together. Don't come at me. But yeah, I just have this little granny square now and I don't know what to do with it. Let me know what you guys think I should do with it because I don't want to get rid of it because it's pretty cute and it feels kind of wasteful. And then I was making a beanie for a craft market here. I just need to buy more yarn for it. Okay, so the next one, I don't want to frog it, but I probably am not going to finish it for a very long time. But basically, my husband's grandmother gave me this bag of tons of yarn and a partially done blanket for my brother-in-law. And he was the youngest of their family, so she made blankets for all of them besides him. And this was going to be his blanket. And she just never finished. And I thought it'd be really fun to try to finish it for him. But I just don't know when I'm going to be able to have time for it. So I'd like to keep it so I can eventually finish it for him. It'll probably be a while. And then the last one, this one is like 3 or 4 or 5. I don't even know. I've kept track of how many years old this is. So I started with making a Tunisian crochet sweater. I love the colors. I really like this sweater. I just don't have the motivation to continue it because I've made it partially so many times. It's just not flowy. It's not great. I wanted this like knit look. I was like, I can do better. So then I started knitting it and I knit it from the bottom up because I just had never done like a raglan before. And I did that and realized the color changing was terrible after I got done within the round. So this is the remnants of that. And I decided, you know what? This would actually be so much easier if I did a raglan for top down. So then I restarted it. So this is my 3rd time trying to make this sweater. Here's where it is now. It's so pretty. It has so much more drape to it than like the Tunisian crochet one did. I got past separating for the sleeves. The color changing is just kind of awful and I don't know why I did this to myself. I'd like to finish it at some point, but that point will not be now, but I'm keeping it. And I don't care what you guys have to say about it. But yeah, that is all my whips and I'm going to try to make them look good at the bottom, partially. Honestly, I think I'm just going to throw them. I'm probably gonna throw them. That took quite a while, probably like 3-4 hours, which is crazy, but it looks so good. And I'm so excited to finally be able to crochet again. Now that I have access to all of my yarn, maybe actually work on some whips now that I can have them more in my line of sight instead of hiding in the basement like they were in my last house. Yeah, but no promises. We'll see how it goes. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope this gave you guys some tips or maybe some inspiration on organizing your own yarn. And I feel so much better not having boxes in here and actually having my yarn room. I need to actually decorate and add some wall decor. I was thinking of even making some like tapestries and stuff. So stay tuned for that in maybe a future video or even just optimizing my yarn space. Building in some shelves at some point would be awesome. I'd love if you checked out some of my other videos. And yeah, I will see you in the next one. Bye.
I wish I could leave my skin behind in this old rented room. Float my way across the great divide and be bare.